Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Monday Morning Mastermind. I'm Beth Caldwell here with some helpful and practical tips for you to deal with life and business. And this week, we're going to talk about the upcoming holiday. Here in the United States, we are about to celebrate Thanksgiving. We have a short week, and I know that while some of you have lives that closely resemble the Hallmark Channel, others of you are beginning to get a little bit anxious and itchy and worried, and some of you are even dreading this holiday. There's a lot to do, there's a lot of pressure that we put on ourselves, and many of us deal with conflicts in our family. So today, I am going to give you 3 tips to sail through this week and to hopefully enjoy the holiday as much as you can. So if you are one of those people, as many people are, who dread the time of sitting around the table with your family, the conversations, the comments, the questions, the things that you begin thinking about on Sunday nights, and that you have going through your head for 4 days before you get to Thursday afternoon, right? If that is you, my tip for you is to, what I say, hustle while you wait. Give yourself a nice list of things to do that you've been putting off this week. And when you find yourself dreading getting together or imagining a conversation that may never happen, keep yourself busy, focused on something positive. Perhaps you want to work on some charitable work this week, or write something, put your creativity to use, things that you have been neglecting. Now, when it does come to lunchtime or dinner time, as you're getting ready to go to your family member's home, I want you to practice some grace. I want you to be, number one, kind to yourself. But here's something that is a really, really cool thing to try with your family. When somebody is getting on your nerves or irritating you, imagine that you are meeting that person for the very first time. Yeah, it's really cool. All of a sudden, when you imagine that you're meeting them for the first time, you forget about all of the hurt feelings from the past decades, all of the times that you have been embarrassed or frustrated or angry with that person. Look at that person as though you're meeting them for the very first time. And when we do that, often we can ask ourselves, well, where is that coming from? That person may be hurting, they may be angry, they may be resentful, they may be dealing with a lot of burdens. And when we meet people for the first time and we don't have any emotions invested in them, it's just a lot easier to tolerate them, isn't it? Okay, when you don't have that emotional engagement, when you don't have that long history. So number one, pretend like you're meeting people for the very first time. Number two, if you happen to get those annoying questions from your family members, such as, oh, you don't eat dairy? Or, oh, you're a vegetarian? Or, oh, you don't like turkey? Or when are you getting married? Or when are you having a baby? Or whatever the question is that the people ask you. Remember that people genuinely ask you questions because they care about you. However, they can be worded in a way that can be hurtful or make us feel very defensive. My recommendation for you is to have some prepared responses ready. Okay, so let's say that you're a vegan or that you avoid certain types of foods. No, I haven't been eating dairy, but I still love well, you can't say chocolate. I still love stuffing. What did and whatever the recipe is. No, I'm not eating that anymore, but I can still eat this, and I'm hoping that you brought it. You see, turn the topic of conversation back onto that person. I don't do that, but I still do this. Okay, what about, so this is a question that Paul and I used to get for years. Well, when are you getting married? In my family, when are you guys getting married? Right? And that, I just dreaded that question, because what they said was, what they were saying was, we love Paul, we want you to keep him forever. But what I was hearing was, you're still not married. You're still not married. You're still not married. And that wasn't necessarily what they were saying, okay? So if you're getting that kind of a question all the time, you can say, you know what, we are so, so happy. And how long have you been married? Turn that subject right back onto them. Have your prepared responses ready. I know when my children were young, after I got divorced, my ex-husband and I would trade holidays. It would just break my heart when I'd walk in the door and they would say, well, where's Brian and Kevin, right? Now, what they were saying is, we want to see the boys. And what I was hearing is, oh, it's just you. And that's not what they meant at all. That was all me putting that on there, right? No, they're with their dad this week, but you're going to see them on Christmas Day. You see how just having the responses ready ahead of time will help you have a much happier day. And my last tip for you is not going to surprise you if you've been following me for any time, and that is focus on the positive. If you begin to have anxiety, worry, or dread about getting together with your family members for this holiday season, days and days before, maybe you could pull out your journal or your smartphone or your tablet and make a list of the family members that you have, and make a list of what you like about them, what they do that makes you laugh, what kind of challenges have they overcome, what memories do you have about that person from childhood. That will help you to focus on the positive, okay? So I look forward to having a very grateful Thanksgiving this weekend with my family, and I hope you do the same. And I'll be back here next Monday with some tips to help you keep life and work together, because as women, we just don't separate the two. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.